Do you love silly stories for kids? Why not consider joining our family? You can even get a very special message from one of your favourite silly stories for kids characters. Head over to the website to find out more. It's your support that helps us to continue to make exciting stories and more crazy content.
Did somebody say crazy?
Oh, Pimpin, no.
One day, 3 little girls named Holly, Aubrey and Brindley were all in their room having a lovely play together. They had decided to play tea parties. They'd set up a few plates and a few cups and were getting ready to pour the tea, when all of a sudden they heard a voice coming out of the toy cupboard.
Hey!
"Who said that?" said Holly. "Wasn't me," said Aubrey. "Brindley, was it you?" "No, that's not me," said Bryn. They looked around. Did somebody speak?"
Yeah, it was me,
said a voice, as a tiny teddy bear started coming out of the toy cupboard. Excuse me, Mr. Teddy Bear," said Holly.
My name's not Mr. Teddy Bear.
He said. "What is your name?" said Aubrey.
My name's Teddy Winkle.
"Oh, hello, Teddy Winkle," said Aubrey. What are you doing here?"
Well, I heard you were having a tea party and you didn't invite me,
said Teddy Winkle. "Oh, sorry," said Aubrey. Would you like to come to our tea party?"
Yes, of course I would,
said Teddy Winkle. He pushed Brindley off her chair and took hers. "Hey," said Holly, "you can't do that."
I just did, said Teddy Winkle. Didn't you see?
"Well, I'm not saying that you can't, I'm just saying that you shouldn't," said Holly.
Ow,
said Teddy Winkle.
Well, too late. Sorry,
he said as he looked at Brindley on the ground. She laughed and pulled up a new chair and sat down next to Teddy Winkle. Aubrey started to pour out the tea. 1 cup for you, Holly, 1 cup for you, Brinny, 1 cup for me, and 1 cup for Teddy Winkle.
Thank you,
said Teddy Winkle as he picked up his cup and took a sip.
Yow,
said Teddy Winkle. "Oh, what happened?" said Aubrey.
That tea is too hot,
said Teddy Winkle. But it's just pretend."
Yeah, said Teddy Winkle, but it's pretend real.
"What do you mean pretend real?" said Holly.
Well, when you pretend something, it becomes real.
"What?" said Holly.
See? Look at this tea,
said Teddy Winkle. He passed it to Holly. She held the cup. Whoa! That cup's actually hot. How did that happen?
What do you mean, how did that happen, said Teddy Winkle. Haven't you ever heard of pretend real?
No, said Holly. Me either, said Aubrey. Oh, I like this, said Bryn.
Well, when you pretend things, they become real. So you need to be very careful. Can you pretend me up some proper temperature tea?
said Teddy Winkle. Okay, said Aubrey. She had a think, and she pretended that the tea was a delicious drinking temperature, and she poured a new cup for Teddy Winkle. Said Teddy Winkle.
That's much better.
Oh, I like this, said Bryn. You like what? said Holly. I'm gonna pretend that the cake is exploding cake, said Bryn. What? said Holly. A cake in the middle of the table exploded. Brinny started to laugh. Holly said, Aubrey, what is going on? I don't know, said Aubrey. But Brindley, you need to stop doing that. I'ma pretend that you can't talk, said Brindley to Aubrey. Brindley started to laugh. Brindley, said Holly, you can't do that to Aubrey. Okay, I pretend Aubrey can talk, but that there is a tiger in our room. A tiger, said Holly.
Oh, I like where this is going,
said Teddy Winkle. A tiger started jumping around their room and jumping all over the place. Somebody stop her, said Holly. Aubrey and Teddy Winkle started chasing after Brindley, and Brindley started chasing after the tiger. Hello, Mr. Tiger, I'ma catch you, said Bryn, and she started running around the room. Oh dear, said Holly, what are we going to do? Well, said Aubrey, I'm not too sure. I'ma pretend that everything is pink, said Bryn. What? said Holly. They looked around the room and everything had turned completely pink. From the walls to the floors to the cups in their hands, everything was now pink.
Ha ha, said Teddy Winkle. Good one, Britty.
Well, said Holly, I'm going to pretend that everything is back to normal. But nothing changed.
Are you really pretending?
said Teddy Winkle. No, said Holly, I'm panicking. Oh, said Teddy Winkle.
You need to try harder.
I'ma pretend, said Brindley. Everyone can run super fast, said Bryn. and she started to run around the room. Oh, this the best, said Bryn.
Yeah, said Teddywinkle, watch me!
He started running around the room. How do we stop this, said Aubrey. Okay, said Holly. We need to stop Brinley from talking first of all. I'ma pretend, said Bryn. I pretend that Brinley can't talk, said Aubrey. Brinley looked at Aubrey. She had a look in her eyes. She used her super speed to start running at Aubrey. Ah, said Aubrey as she started to run away as fast as she could. They were all running around the house at super speed. Holly had to think, I can do this, I can do this. I pretend that everybody is back to normal speed. They all slowed down. I pretend that Aubrey can talk again, said Holly. And Aubrey said, oh, thank you, Holly. I pretend that we're all back at the table drinking our cups of tea. And they were all sitting back at the table drinking their cups of tea. I pretend that Brinny doesn't get to do any more pretending. Oh, said Brinny, I was having fun. Brinny, you were ruining everything.
I pretend that this tea tastes delicious,
said Teddywinkle, and he sat down and he started to drink.
Well, girls, this has been an exciting little adventure, but it's best that I get going,
said Teddywinkle. Really, said Aubrey.
Really, said Teddywinkle. It's been fun, but remember, you can't get too far from me, Teddywinkle, said
Teddywinkle. He was very excited and he started to do a dance on the table. The girls had a laugh.
Okay, girls, said Teddywinkle. I'm going to head back into the cupboard. You enjoy your tea party,
he said. So the girls went back into their tea party and sat and drank. Well, said Holly, that was quite a crazy little adventure. Yes, said Aubrey. I wonder if Teddywinkle will ever come back. I pretend that he's back right now, said Bryn.
Hey,
said Teddywinkle as he was back at the table.
I was trying to go home.
Ha, said Bryn. Maybe later, she said. She handed him a cookie. I pretend it's delicious.
Oh, okay,
said Teddywinkle. So he sat with the girls and ate the delicious cookie and drank the lovely tea. And they all had a wonderful party. Just then their mum walked into their room. Girls, who's that teddy bear? She said. Teddywinkle sat perfectly still. Well, said Holly, I don't think you'd believe us even if we told you. And that is the end of our story.
Today's episode has been brought to you by Teddywinkle's Pretend Real Tea Set, the only tea set that gives you the perfect temperature of the tea, as long as you pretend that it's right. So it works 70% of the time, every time. We hope that you've had fun today. Leave a comment down below to say Teddywinkle is my favourite character in the whole world, and that Pim guy, he's not as much fun as Teddywinkle. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of our stories. Head over to www.sillystoriesforkids.com for more information on the podcast. This has been me, Teddywinkle.
And me, Sam. We'll see you next time.